What's good with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Chris the Shine, man. Back with another vid. And it been a couple of days since I seen y'all, man. But hey, we back on here and back with another really good topic, man. And as y'all know, I don't do too much babbling, so we're gonna, go ahead and get to it. And as you can see by the title, man, you're not broke because you don't make enough. A lot of people like to say I need to make more money, but if we're being honest, not a lot of people are financially illiterate, if that makes sense. Like some people have money, but they are not smart with money. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty common. You know what I'm saying? And if it's something that you struggle with, like you you got a job, a stable source of income, but you always broke. You know, it's kind of something that you need to fix on your own, and it's a couple problems with the way that you handle your bread. And the first one, it could honestly be is just that you spend too much. Now, it's pretty simple, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, we do have essentials, and we got to find out what's the difference between our essentials and our wants and needs. You know what I'm saying? We got to know what's the difference between the need and the want. Cuz like, let's say, okay, toothpaste, this is essential. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Toothpaste is essential. And a shoe, new shoes. Shoes aren't essential. It's not, is it something that you spend a lot on? That was just an example. Is it something that you spend a lot on that you don't necessarily need and it's keeping you broke? You know what I'm saying? What is it specifically? You know what I'm saying? You got to find that out yourself. And the main thing is, y'all, like, you got to find this out for yourself, bro. And that's why nobody coming to save you. So that's why you can't feel sorry for yourself if you broke, bro. You just gotta find a way to not get broke no more, bro. It is what it is, bro. We all been broke or sometimes have been broke in in our lives, and it's kind of something to where nobody coming to save you, so you got to get out of that hole yourself, and we all can do that. You know what I'm saying? But that one reason may be that you spend a lot, and you probably got something specifically that you're spending on that, I don't know. People have their own things. It might be alcohol, it might be drugs, it might be clothes, it might be video games, it might be, I don't know, whatever it is, but you probably just, spend a lot of money on it, and it's kind of taking out of your pocket a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Even for the females, I don't know. Is you buying too much lipstick? What is it, man? But y'all get the point, man. Like, you can't be spending too much, and you gotta watch your spending. And it kind of just ties into a second reason, man. You don't have no plan for your money. Like, you just really just floating, pay your bills, and after that, it's like I just do what I want when I'm with my money. Like, nah, bro. Like, of course you gonna do what you want with your money, but you gotta have an assignment for each dollar that's going in and out of your account, or how much money in your account. You gotta have an assignment for how much money you want to put over here and put over there. And basically what that's called is a budget, bro. You gotta be budgeting out your money and calculating your expenses, which is, how much that you have to spend, and your income, which is how much that, you're making. And, you know, uh find out what you have left over, you know what I'm saying? And find out what exactly, is your essentials, and you could already have planned out like what exactly you need to be spending and what exactly you need to be, saving, because you got to save. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you broke is because you don't have nothing, saved up. You know what I'm saying? And up for a rainy day. So budgeting really gonna show you exactly how much you working with, so you can go ahead and put that up in your pocket, and get to the point where you're not broke, and you have something to fall back on, and you can have a little, peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the main thing with, this financial journey. We want to get better and better and better. Main thing is like trying to find some peace on, with the bread, and being able to take care of the things that, come along just, in life, even just day-to-day stuff, just making everything simpler for ourselves. And you got to actually have a budget to do that. And budgeting is really easy, man. So look into a budget, man. Budget out your pay, and also have goals. You know what I'm saying? how how much do you want to save this month? How much do you want to, invest this month? You gotta have a goal exactly for how what you want to do with what money. You know what I'm saying? So you can, grow over time. Because if you get to a point where you float and you just like, spending your money on whatever and you broke all the time, bro, it's because you're not staying disciplined enough to do what you have to do so you can keep some money in your pay, which is why I stress that budget, man. You gotta have a budget to where you know exactly what's going on. If you don't know exactly how much money you making right now or how much money you spend a month, bro, you losing. You losing. Cause, it's like a boat, bro. You're gonna have some missing screws, something you gotta patch up here and there. And that them extra funds that spending, just frivolously spending could be in can be in a bank account, and you could be saved, and it can be saved, so you won't feel like always broke, living check to check. Like, save something, bro. Like, even if it's a little, even if it's petty, bro. Like, it means something, because you gonna have something for your rainy day. But at the end of the day, you gonna have to have a budget. You know what I'm saying? And a goal exactly for you know what you want to do next, and what's the next step in your financial journey. Another big thing I have to say as well, bro, is discipline. It's a really big thing. Discipline, bro. How much discipline do you really have? You know, Cause you got to stay out the way a little bit too if you want to get to the point where you're not broke. Is you the type of person that's like always in other people's face? Like, and that can just be your friends, your simple friends. Like, you out of high school or whatever. Like, are you always with the homies? Like, but when you with the homies, is you making some paid? Like, sometimes you gotta, or if you with the homies, is you always spending paper? Like, which one is it? Are you disciplined enough to, stay at home sometimes, or tell some people no? Because, you gotta keep some money in your pocket this month, man. You gotta, you're not trying to be broke, you know, and that's gonna come with, trying to be financially free and, financially responsible. Like, are you disciplined enough to do the things to get there? Because, like, it is pretty simple, but simple doesn't necessarily mean easy. And honestly, I'm glad I've gotten to the point where it's pretty easy to just stay out the way, because I know what I want. So it's like I'm on my mission. So it's like, man, I ain't finna let nothing stop my mission. And I feel like that's the mindset we gotta have towards, all of our goals, because they tell us our 20s is a time to, you know, mess over and party all the time. But, like, I mean, of course we're gonna party, we're gonna do our thing, we're gonna have our fun. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to have that in your back of the mind. Click, like, I still gotta, this still the time where I gotta be building and getting better and better for myself, man. And that's what we gotta be on. And that's just gonna help us in the future, trying to get our 30s and 40s and 50s way easier. Some of us come from past where we weren't fortunate, but since we are of age now, we have the chance to go ahead and go and get it ourselves. There's no excuses for whatever background you had, but you got that extra fire and you, chip on your shoulder, man. It's time to go ahead and get it done. I know it's fun to have your fun, and of course, do your thing, but we got to stay locked in. Don't get too comfortable, man. We got to consistently be starting, to get better and better for ourselves, man. And I'm not perfect, bro. I got, a lot of stuff I got to work on and get better and mature in. But, I want to always spread positivity, and always tell the people around me to, keep pushing and trying to get better. Don't stay stagnant, man. You know, Staying stagnant is, a broke habit as well, man. Are you too comfortable in your situation, man? How bad do you really want it? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you really got to ask yourself that, bro. Are you doing the most out of your situation? Are you getting the most out of your situation, that you can, you know? And we just got to be real and raw with ourselves if we want to, get out the situation where we ain't having no pay, man. We got to do the stuff that other people don't want to do, you know. And that's just gotta face the fact of that, man. But if you like this motivational type of style of content, just drop a subscribe for me, man. It's your boy Christian Sean, man. I like talking to y'all, getting on here, spreading positivity and just, giving some tips to my young folks, or even if you older, man. My main thing is just, staying on that grind and pushing to keep getting better and better, man. But yeah, man, it's your boy Christian Sean, man. It was good talking to y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm signing out, man.